All right, why don't we get started as people still filter in? Thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. It is January 10th. My name is McKay Allen, and we are talking today about the ways hospitals are using Incredible Health's new AI to hire nurses faster. This is some information that I think is brand new to many or most of you. We announced some generative AI features and functionality back in, I think it was early December, which feels like an eternity ago, after the holidays. And we announced those new features and that new functionality back in December. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how you can use that new functionality to hire nurses faster, which is something, if you're on the call today, you're probably wanting to do, which every hospital is. So let's walk through the agenda and talk a little bit about how we are going to approach the presentation today. We'll try to get you back to your day in relatively short order. We're going to talk a little bit about the nurse labor market. We'll introduce you a little bit to Incredible Health and those AI features. We'll talk about how they can help you hire faster, and then we'll take your questions. Now, how can you ask questions? There's a little Q&A area at the bottom of your screen there in the little Zoom webinar panel that you can type questions into. You can also chat questions if you prefer as well, and we can take those as we go and at the end as well. The other thing I would say is we'll make a recording of the webinar available to you after the webinar as well, so you have access to it. So thanks for jumping on with us today, everybody. We're really excited you're here. I'll let our CEO, Aman, take it from here.
All right, thanks everybody. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Iman Abuzaid. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Incredible Health, and I'm an MD by background. I've been in software for the last 10 years of my career and co-founded this company about 6 years ago. So that's just a little bit about me, and thanks everyone for joining. Let's just start with a market overview, just so we set the stage here and everybody's clear about what's happening in the market. We are on track to be 1 million nurses short by the end of 2030. The annual acute care nurse turnover in the US today is over 22%. Labor as a percentage of revenue is at 48% and continues to increase. And those labor costs are rising not just because of the use of temporary labor, but even the wages of permanent nurses continues to increase because of the shortage. And then finally, the average time it takes to hire a permanent and specialized nurse without Incredible Health is about 95 days. That's the national average today. So we're all tackling a very tough and challenging set of problems together. You may have heard this term marketplace technology. That is what Incredible Health is. We bring two parties together very efficiently using software. In our case, it's hospitals and nurses. You may have heard of many other marketplaces like Airbnb brings guests and hosts together very efficiently using software. Uber and Lyft does that for riders and drivers. CNOs often refer to Incredible Health as the Match.com of hospitals and nurses, and we only focus on permanent nurses and not on temporary labor. Just a little bit about us and where this data that we're about to share comes from and the technology we're about to share comes from. We are used by over 800 hospital locations across the country. We work with very big health systems like Tenet and Kaiser Permanente and Providence St. Joseph. We work with many academic medical centers like USC and Cedars-Sinai and Johns Hopkins and many others. And we work with many regional systems as well and community hospitals too, like Baylor Scott and White, MUSC, and others. So we are a career marketplace technology for healthcare workers. We were founded in 2017. We're backed by top-tier Silicon Valley investors. The company is valued at $1.65 billion, and we raised almost $100 million for the company. Our team, it's made up of MDs, RNs, software engineers, marketers. We do not employ any recruiters. It is the hospital's recruiting team, our talent acquisition team, that uses our platform. And so we're delivering the value with software and with service. We don't employ any recruiters. 1 in 4 nurses in the US uses Incredible Health to manage their careers in over 800 hospitals, including IDNs, academic medical centers, and community hospitals use the platform. We have over 800,000 US nurses in our network. That's 1 in 4 nurses. There are 12,000 nurses that join Incredible Health every week, and 45% of the roles are actually filled from nurses that are relocating from a different state. All right, so let's jump into how we're using AI and how both in hospitals and nurses are using AI. So AI really came to the forefront, in December of about a year ago when ChatGPT was released, and that really is when it became a lot more mainstream. Our product engineering and design teams were very excited about this technology. and we have, as a leadership team, a lot of belief in AI technology and its ability to impact two main areas. One is to help us drive more delightful user experiences for both the talent and for the employers, and to just the ability to drive stronger and better and more efficient business processes too. Ultimately, we believe AI can be used to expand opportunity for healthcare workers. The vision of our company is to help healthcare professionals live better lives and help them find and do their best work. And AI technology is helping us drive that vision and mission forward. So as far as just let's start on the nurse side. Nurses absolutely love Incredible Health. You'll see thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews from nurses about Incredible Health on Google, on Facebook, in the Apple App Store. They often describe us as the best job search experience of their career. So what is it that they love about Incredible Health? First and foremost, hospitals apply to the nurses instead of the other way around. As you can imagine, the nurses love that because they create a profile, they sit back and relax, they hear from different hospitals, and the nurse gets to choose which interview request to accept or decline. We also offer a whole range of free services and tools to nurses, like free continuing education accredited in all 50 states. We have free salary estimators. We have a community for nurses where they can ask each other for advice. We're one of the highest traffic websites on the internet for nurses as well, so we have very strong SEO. And the entire platform, all of the services, including the career marketplace, is completely free for nurses. So there's 3 areas I wanted to dig into deeper in terms of where we've introduced AI to help expand opportunities for nurses and to help hospitals hire more effectively. The first is the resume wizard. This feature really helps expand opportunities. 30% of nurses start their job search without a resume, and that's for a range of reasons. They're starting their job search without a resume because they may not have the awareness or the education on what is actually required to make a high quality resume that employers like. And then the other main reason is that there's socioeconomic reasons. Not every nurse in the U.S. has access to a laptop or a computer to create a high quality resume. They have phones. And so we created this resume wizard that enables nurses to create a high quality resume in just minutes on their phone, and it's completely for free too. This feature has been used by thousands of nurses already. It's live, and it has led to hundreds of nurses being hired as well. And so we really want to expand the number of nurses that employers have access to. And the resume is an important piece of that. You can't actually pursue your job search experience, and you can't really go through a job search process without a resume. And so we're excited to add another 30% of nurses that don't have one to the marketplace. The second area is how AI is used to process resumes and applications. So when nurses create profiles on Incredible Health, we now use AI to verify information in their application and in their resume, particularly around verifying skills and specialties. That means when nurses sign up on Incredible Health or when they reactivate on Incredible Health, our AI can be used to process their applications and their resumes in seconds instead of it taking minutes or days. And so that really means that nurses are able to be put in front of hospitals faster in order for hospitals to apply to them and hire them. And the final area I want to chat through is how we're using AI to improve the messaging that goes from hospitals to nurses in order to drive more interviews to be accepted by nurses. So we now use generative AI to help recruiters on our platform, so the hospital partners we work with, instantly automate tailored messaging to the nurse candidates that highlights very detailed perks and benefits in an SMS for what differentiates this hospital from others. This really helps hospitals stand out from the competition. It has also led to a 20% increase in nurses accepting interview requests too, because they're getting more information, more tailored information, more specific information about what makes this hospital special and why they should consider interviewing them with them. So those are the 3 areas where we've introduced AI already, that's already live and being used by nurses and hospitals on our platform. This is just a quick screenshot of our resume wizard. It is completely mobile friendly, and nurses can use it for free in the Incredible Health app, which is available in Android and in iOS. and it helps them create a very high quality resume. And the other areas that I wanted to just mention is just, we've talked about the resumes extensively, so now there's resumes for all. We're getting more candidate responses, so we've seen a 20% increase in interview requests being accepted by nurses due to the AI-powered messaging. And then we're also using the generative AI to instantly process applications and resumes. The end result of that is that there's lots of results and impact of that, but ultimately we're able to hire faster. So instead of the national average of 95 days, it now takes only 19 days to hire a permanent nurse using the Incredible Health platform, and AI is being used to make that process even more efficient. In addition to that, so the AI functionality is new. It was, as McKay mentioned, it was announced in December of 2023, but this builds on top of our existing technology, where we're using algorithmic technology for screening and for matching. So 25%, only 25% of nurses pass our screening criteria. We use screening algorithms to review their resumes. We are screening for things like specialties, certifications, licenses, and malpractice records. We're also matching based on their preferences, the preferences of the nurse and the preferences of the hospital, including care setting, shift preferences, why they're not looking, and we're also verifying that they're actively looking too. Every week, recruiters on our platform that are using our platform get a weekly batch of active job-seeking candidates, and it's a customized list of talent that's sent to each recruiter every single week based on their individual requisitions. So the AI features really builds on top of our screening and matching algorithms, and so we want to continue innovating in this area and to drive success for both nurses and employers on our platform. This is a true partnership. These are the 8 steps in everyone's hiring process. Everyone roughly has the same 8 steps. We're doing a lot of the heavy lifting in the first 4 steps. So sourcing, screening, matchings, automatically scheduling the interviews. At that point, the hospital's team, so we have the Cedars-Sinai team here as an example, is completing phone screens, completing hiring manager interviews, getting offers out, and getting offers accepted. This is a true collaboration. It requires both parties to make this successful. Incredible Health is doing the heavy lifting in the first 4 steps, and then the hospital's taking over in the next 4 steps. So it takes both parties to make this successful. This is a newer model in talent acquisition. It allows recruiters to focus on what they do best, which is engaging with talent, interacting with talent, and building relationships with hiring managers. It allows things that are a little more administrative, like sourcing, screening, matching, and scheduling, to be handled by technology and software like Incredible Health. Ultimately, this is the 3 main impact areas that we have for the hospitals that we work with. First, they're able to hire permanent nurses 4 to 5 times faster. Our platform average is at 19 days, which is dramatically faster than the 95 days, which is the national average. And by hiring permanent nurses faster, the health system is able to offset temporary labor costs. Second area where we have an impact is on retention. So we have 15% better retention than the hospital's baseline. And that's because the nurses hired through Incredible Health have an average of 11 years of experience. Usually nurses that are further along in their career usually have stronger retention. And then we are trying to drive cost savings for the hospital. This is a cost-saving product ultimately, and we help hospitals save at least $5 million per year by helping them hire permanent nurses faster. They can reduce temporary labor and overtime costs, which helps their bottom line as well. So I'll pause there and take any questions. And so there's been a few questions that have been submitted, and feel free to chat and send more if you like. A member of our team has recorded this presentation and will be in touch with the recording as well. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to email us at questions@incrediblehealth.com. So the first question that came in is, on average, how many RNs are the hospital recruiters receiving on a weekly basis? The truth is that varies depending on the hospital's preferences, location, and what the recruiter is looking for. But I would say on average, a single recruiter can get anywhere from 10 to 100 plus RNs matched to them every single week that is presented to them every single week. Again, that's going to vary based on the specialties that recruiter is covering and the locations that they're in. All right, another question that was submitted is, how do you find the RNs, and how do the RNs find you? So we have a very robust product strategy and marketing strategy here at Incredible Health. So on the first and foremost is that we offer a whole range of free services and tools to nurses, including free continuing education, free salary estimators, an advice network or a community where they can ask each other for advice, and of course the core hiring marketplace. Information about those products are shared in a variety of ways. They're shared through word of mouth, where nurses are telling each other about it. They're shared in social media, through Instagram, Facebook, and we have a very strong social media presence as well. They're shared through SEO, so we're discoverable on Google when nurses are searching for jobs and other tools where they're able to find Incredible Health. And so that is a variety of ways in which we find RNs and how they find us. We also have a very big brand. We spend quite a bit of effort and time on PR, and work with social media influencers as well to expand our brand. Okay, another question that was submitted is what's next in terms of AI at Incredible Health? So we are continuing to experiment with this technology, and we'll have more and more features that use AI. We're currently exploring using AI for interview scheduling. We're also exploring using AI to power our relocation campaigns. This is when we're encouraging nurses to consider other parts of the country for their roles, and many other applications in process, including the processing, basic business processes too. Another question that was submitted is, who can I talk to start using Incredible Health? I believe Danny will be sending a link to request a demo. He's already sent that in the chat. You're welcome to click on that link and sign up for a demo, and a member of our team will be in touch to set up a call, and we can review in detail what it is that the challenges you're having when it comes to permanent nurse hiring and how we can help, and we'll share information about how we support over 800 hospitals on that. All right, any other questions from anyone else in the audience? All right, thank you all so much for joining this webinar. We know it was a short one this time, 20-minute webinar, but we've recorded it. We'll be sending it to you, as well as registrants who were not able to attend live as well. And a member of our team, of the Incredible Health team, will be in touch too. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it.